Hi, I'm State Representative Julie Alexander. Did you know that Michigan ranks first in production for many bedding plants, including geraniums, impatiens, petunias, and even Easter lilies? Today, we'll be touring Andy Mast Greenhouses, a small business with 3 locations on the western side of Michigan.
I sure could use a slice of that front porch swinging kind of life.
The cultivation of flowers and other ornamental plants is known as floriculture. Today, we'll be learning about greenhouse operations and the impact of the floriculture industry on our state.
In the industry, we have about 500 different businesses in Michigan, greenhouse operations. We have about 1,000 acres of growing undercover.
Wow.
Michigan is the 3rd largest greenhouse state in the country. The greenhouse commodity, the flowers, plants, are the 4th largest commodity in Michigan behind milk, corn, and soybeans. So we are a big economic impact in this state.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture records statistics about the floriculture industry. Michigan ranks 3rd among all 50 states for floriculture production, behind only Florida and California. Michigan has 529 producers with annual sales of at least $10,000 per greenhouse. In 2019, these producers produced roughly $440 million wholesale value. So this is the soil we use in the pots?
Yeah, that's peat moss.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's and it's got perlite in it too, which helps add a little porosity to it.
All right.
And that machine back there that we saw with the bale buster that fluffs this stuff up because it comes compressed. And so,
okay. It's very light and airy.
It's very light and airy, and we try to get a measured amount of air porosity. We try to go for about 50% air porosity in the soil.
Okay.
Versus that gives you a water holding capacity. The more air spaces there are on the soil, the more water you can hold in there. You can put too much and it doesn't want to hold it. You put too little and it holds too much sometimes, or not enough.
Okay.
And you want to have the air for the roots. The roots need some air. The soil's too compact. So we're trying to get the soil nice and fluffed up, just like this. Here you go.
Okay.
We're trying to get the soil all fluffed up so it's healthy for the root system and has enough cation exchange capacity to get the nutrition in that we need to have in there.
All right, so it's
limestone fertilizer.
I had no idea it was so important to the overall plant product and the success of
Consistency in soil is critical.
Okay.
You can't have a variable pH, you can't have a variable consistency. The fibers in here are all very consistent sized fibers. You can see there's some sticks and some fiber from the peat in here still. And that kind of helps hold the fiber, helps hold the porosity in the soil.
Michigan's floriculture industry consists of nearly 50 million square feet, or over 1,100 acres, of greenhouse cover. 945 acres, or about 83% of the total coverage, are housed in film plastic greenhouses. Glass greenhouses comprise about 8% of acreage, while fiberglass and other rigid greenhouses make up the remaining 9%.
A greenhouse is all about controlling the environment.
Okay.
And a computer helps tremendously with that. So if we want to run this greenhouse at 65 degrees, we can set the heat to run at 65 degrees. We're not wasting heat by overheating. We're not making the crop late by underheating. So we're very precisely controlling our environment to grow the quality crop that you see here.
So you can speed things up, you can slow things down,
Everything is
modify
precisely timed here. So we have to get everything just right. This is a scheduled week it's supposed to go to the store, and we have to make sure we hit that week to get to the store on time with it flowering.
Spring has finally arrived, and now is a great time to purchase some beautiful flowers from a local greenhouse. Whether you're looking for flowers you can plant yourself or for a pre-arranged basket or pot, Michigan's large floriculture industry has plenty of options for you. Okay, so now we're here outside in front of the trailer that's going to take off all those hundreds of thousands of beautiful flowered plants we saw that you're potting and going to put out there to beautify all of Michigan. Tell me about Andy Mast Greenhouses. Where'd that name come from?
Well, Andy is my dad. My brother and I have bought my dad out. He's retired now for about 5 years. And My grandfather started this business, and my dad in the 70s bought a portion of the business from my grandpa. So we're a third generation business here in Michigan. Long-term goal, I'd like our greenhouse to become a centennial farm, so that my brother and I's children and their children would be able to pass this business on and have that special little sign out front that you see all around with all these old farms.
You know, that's interesting, Dave, because people don't realize how many Michigan farms are truly family farms. You may be a corporation, you may not, but they are truly family farms, and it's impressive to see the 3 generations as well. So I thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome.
I've learned it's been beautiful, beautiful, beautiful environment to be in. Smells great too.
Just a smile and wave. It's Sunday morning's amazing grace and the stars and stripes. Life for the free.
Okay, for the record, Mother's Day is coming up, so family. Do you have a story to tell? If you or someone you know has an untold farming story here in Michigan, I want to hear about it. You can reach out to me at juliealexander@house.mi.gov.